If you like this video, click like. If you want to continue to follow our adventure, hit subscribe. Your support would be greatly appreciated. Hello, Little House on the Road subscribers and followers. I'm Rob, and she's Carolyn. Okay, I say that because I've had a lot of people ask me what my name was. Everybody knows Carolyn, and she's never on camera. Nobody knows my name. I had one lady tell me, well, anytime I talk to my husband about you guys, I always say Carolyn and that dude. Anyway, so today is the Easy 5 Friday. And as normal, on Fridays we talk about a list of 5 things under a specific topic. And today's topic is 5 things that we missed from our house. You know, this was a viewer question. It wasn't 5 things. They just said, what did we miss from our house? And we thought we'd make this a top 5, which was a terrible mistake. Because we really struggled to find 5 things that we missed. We're really kind of happy out here. And, you know, so immediately we started thinking about material things. What were the material things we missed? And come to find out, it wasn't all the material things that we missed. We missed more emotional things. So let's get right into it. Number 1, which is a material thing, full-size sink. Carolyn does miss the full-size sink. Right now she is doing dishes in a dish pan out here on the picnic table, which is actually kind of nice because you can hear the breeze. Maybe you can hear a bird. I don't know. I can hear birds. How many people can say that they actually do dishes in their house and listen to the birds? I wouldn't think a lot, maybe a few. But yeah, that sink, it's terribly small, but the only thing it's good for is brushing your teeth and washing your hands. Because you end up doing one dish at a time. You put it on the stove, do another dish, put it on the stove, do another dish, put it on the stove. And then you come around and you rinse them and you put it in the stove, rinse it and put it in the stove. And then you got a big water mess on the stove. So, like I said, she does it in the dish pan. I mean, it's not even worth filling up with water. It has a little stopper, but what's the point? So maybe in our next trip to Missouri, I'll look into seeing about how we can design it again, put a bigger sink in it. I'm not sure really how to do that yet. I'll have to think about it. That's one of the material things. Number 2, I liked to mow. We had 8 acres, a little bit over 8 acres. It was almost 9. And about 5 of those was yard, whether it was backyard or up on the hill or in the front yard. So there was a lot of grass to cut. And I don't know, I think it took me about 4 hours to cut it. And I would take, you know, a couple hours a day throughout the week after I got home. You know, maybe cut grass from 7 to 9. You know, we worked a lot, so it was a little difficult to get on the lawnmower, but it was relaxing. I didn't have to think about anything except keeping the line straight and making sure I cut, you know, got all the grass cut. I really enjoyed it. Now, I wouldn't just quit this life to say, oh, I got to go back so I can mow. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to say it was one of those things that it was difficult for me to just let go of that lawnmower. One of the things that helped was right before I left, about a week before I left, brand new Briggs & Stratton engine, it just blew up, and I just about had enough of that. So, but yeah, I miss mowing. Number 3. Now remember, I talked about material things and non-material things. This is a very emotional non-material thing. We had up to 10 chickens. I think when we left, we only had 6 left. We liked our chickens a lot. They were free-ranging chickens. We put them away at night. Well, they actually put themselves away. I just closed the door. And I'd open up the door in the morning, and they'd come out, and they'd free range. They were trained chickens. They would come when you called them. They knew when it was time to eat. They knew where to run to so they could eat. Get fresh eggs. And I'm not saying they were pets, but boy, they were awful close to being pets. we sure did like our chickens. Now, it's not that we missed those individual chickens. We didn't name them or anything. That wasn't what I'm trying to say. But I think we missed the idea of never being able to get chickens again. At one point, I had a cat. I had to get rid of her because I had an allergic reaction. But even at that, we won't have pets. And I would never get a pet out here. I know a lot of people say, why don't you just get a dog or a cat or whatever. I don't know. For me, having a domesticated animal out here where they can get ticks and fleas, and you know, we coop them up in a pop-up camper. If we ever decided to go somewhere, they'd be cooped up. You'd always be telling them to shut up, stop barking. So I just don't feel like this lifestyle is an appropriate lifestyle for a domesticated animal. That's me. I am not saying that you shouldn't have a pet. If you feel like that's your thing, then please get a pet. So don't you know, I don't want a bunch of hate comments saying, you know, I was a terrible individual. I love animals, and to me, it's just something that I would feel bad about. I just would feel bad leaving them out here or leaving them in the camper. So that's just me. Okay, speaking of animals, what is this, the third one there now? No, second one. Second one that we've talked about animals. So, this is number 4. We used to go for walks whenever we could. And it was primarily summertime. We only took 2 different streets when we went for walks. And the reason it was summertime because we can't even take a walk until, you know, late. Because we was always working. We wouldn't get home until 6. So in the wintertime, it was already dark. We couldn't take a walk. But in the summertime, we would take walks. And when we get down to the bottom of the hill, this old beagle, I bet she was every bit of 10, 15 years old, would come out and greet us. And she would not let you move. She would be right underneath your legs until you gave her a couple pats on the head. And that's all it was, just a couple pats on the head. And then she was happy, and she would walk us all the way home. I don't know the dog's name. The lady that owned the dog, you know, I said, sorry, I don't mean it. Oh, it's okay. She seems to like you guys, if you don't mind. No, don't mind, we love her. And she'd walk us home, and then when we get home, she'd turn around and go back to her house. It was funny because it was a pretty steep hill that she had to climb, and her being so old, boy, you could tell she was really dragging by the time she got to the top of that hill. But for whatever reason, when we were asked this and we were discussing what was the 5 things, that dog came to mind, and yeah, we miss that dog. Okay, and finally, number 5. This is a material thing, and I don't know, a lot of people may agree with me on this one. Power tools. There are times when you just need a power tool. There are times when you need a drill, or maybe a grinder, or a sander, I don't know. We had and I'm showing you the video now, a broken trailer jack. And I've showed this video several times. And I can't fix it unless I go buy a drill and a grinder. Or I wait until we get back to Missouri to my mom's house and I just use mine. Look, it was too much weight to carry all the power equipment around. I just didn't see the need on it. And if we ever needed one really bad, I would go buy it. Probably having to throw it away. I don't know how we would just carry it around. But, so we'd have to buy a cheap one. But power tools is one that even when I said it, Carolyn was, yeah, absolutely, we have to have power tools. So, yeah, the tool situation, we ran into that a lot where I just had said, boy, I wish I had. And so, anyway, so that's the 5 things we missed from our stick and brick house. And thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. And for those people that don't like me yelling at the camper, that's part of my character. I've gotten a lot of people say, hey, say it louder, it's funny. A lot of people think that's funny. So, anyway, click like if you like the video. Happy travels.